Have you ever found yourself facing the most heartbreaking choice of your life regarding someone dear who is leaving this world? Have you ever wondered if choosing cremation instead of traditional burial could affect the spiritual journey of someone you love? Have you ever asked yourself what really happens to the spirit after the body is reduced to ashes? Today, I'll reveal something shocking that Pope Leo XIV discovered while thoroughly studying the writings of Saint Faustina Kowalska, the Apostle of Divine Mercy. A discovery that will radically transform how you understand death and the choices we make for the people we love. Write in the comments, "Protect the souls of my loved ones," if you care about the eternal destiny of the people you love. Carefully studying Saint Faustina's mystical diaries, Pope Leo XIV has brought to light a truth very few Catholic families know about. A vision the Polish religious sister received directly from Christ about the spirits of cremated departed and the spiritual suffering they experience in the afterlife. What I'm about to share with you isn't theological speculation, it's not personal religious interpretation. It's a discovery the Holy Father has brought to light, studying the direct revelations Saint Faustina received from the Lord himself. A truth that could protect the soul of someone you deeply love. Most families today choose cremation for practical or economic reasons. They don't know this choice carries spiritual consequences that go beyond what we can understand. They don't know the departed spirit can go through a form of torment that could last much longer than necessary. Pope Leo XIV noted in his studies something that struck me like lightning. Saint Faustina wrote in her diaries that during one of her deepest mystical experiences, Jesus showed her what really happens to spirits when their bodies are cremated. What she witnessed left her in a state of shock for days. In this terrifying vision, Saint Faustina heard the cries of suffering from a spirit whose body had been cremated by the family. The soul was begging and pleading for help, explaining that the cremation process had created a bond of torment that made its passage toward the light much more complicated and painful. Thousands of families who've learned about this discovery from Pope Leo XIV have completely changed their choices about funerals. They've understood that choosing traditional burial isn't just a matter of custom, but a gesture of love and compassion toward the departed spirit. But stay here with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal something even more shocking the Holy Father discovered. But what's even more extraordinary is that Pope Leo XIV also rediscovered in Saint Faustina's writings a revelation about how to help spirits that have already been cremated, a specific method of prayers and offerings that can relieve their torment and speed up their journey toward eternal peace. If right now you're thinking about someone dear who's already been cremated, don't lose hope. If you're about to make this choice for a sick family member, there's still an opportunity to make the right decision. If you feel confused and don't know which path to take, what you'll discover today will give you the clarity you're looking for. The most extraordinary thing is that this wisdom Pope Leo XIV has brought to light, studying Saint Faustina, isn't just for moments of mourning. It's knowledge that can prepare you and your family to face death with peace, knowing you've done everything possible to protect the spirit of those you love. What Pope Leo XIV discovered in Saint Faustina's writings should make every Catholic family reflect. Because every decision we make about death has eternal consequences. Every choice we make can influence a spirit's spiritual destiny for eternity. I'm not trying to create fear in you. I'm trying to share with you a truth that can protect souls. Knowledge that Pope Leo XIV has brought to light for the good of all families facing these difficult moments. I assure you that after hearing this discovery, you'll never look at death the same way again. You'll understand that even in life's most painful moments, we can make choices that demonstrate our eternal love for those we're about to lose. This isn't a matter of superstition or fear. It's a matter of love. It's a matter of wanting to do everything possible to ensure the spirit of those we love has the most peaceful journey possible toward the Father's house. If you also want to discover what Pope Leo XIV has brought to light about this hidden truth studying Saint Faustina, if you feel this information could be vital for you or your family, write in the comments, "I want to know the truth." It's not a coincidence you're here right now. Jesus himself has guided you to this message because he wants you to know this truth. But keep listening, because in just a moment, I'll reveal something even more important. Pope Leo XIV discovered about the mysterious bond between body and spirit. But there's something even more important. Pope Leo XIV discovered studying Saint Faustina's writings about the mysterious bond that exists between body and spirit, even after death. Something that will completely change your understanding of what it means to die in the Catholic faith. Carefully studying Saint Faustina's mystical writings, Pope Leo XIV found a revelation that changed thousands of families' understanding of death. It was 1936 when Jesus showed Saint Faustina a vision that left her deeply troubled for weeks. What she witnessed concerned the spirits of the departed and their relationship with the physical body after death. In the spiritual tradition of divine mercy, Saint Faustina is recognized as one of the Church's most authentic mystics. Her diaries were approved by the Vatican, and her canonization confirmed the truthfulness of her most extraordinary revelations. Pope Leo XIV has studied these writings with particular attention in recent months of his pontificate. In this shocking vision, Saint Faustina saw a spirit floating above the place where its body was burning. The spirit was crying desperately and said something to her that made her tremble. "The fire consuming my body also touches my spiritual essence. I cannot free myself completely until every part of me finds peace." Jesus explained to Saint Faustina that there's a mysterious bond between body and spirit that continues even after death. When the body is buried in blessed earth, the spirit can separate gradually and peacefully. But when it's cremated, this process becomes traumatic and painful for the spirit. Pope Leo XIV emphasized in his studies that the most important thing Jesus revealed to Saint Faustina is that the Catholic Church has always preferred traditional burial for deep spiritual reasons. It's not just a matter of human tradition, it's divine wisdom that protects spirits in their passage toward eternity. Saint Faustina wrote that during this vision, the Spirit explained to her, "When my body was burned, I felt every flame as if it touched my spirit directly. What should have been a peaceful passage toward the light became a tunnel of suffering that prolonged my journey." But Saint Faustina didn't just receive this terrifying revelation. She asked Jesus what families could do to avoid this suffering for their loved ones. And Jesus taught her the spiritual difference between the two types of burial and how to choose in the most loving way. Pope Leo XIV transcribed in his personal notes, "The difference between cremation and traditional burial isn't just physical, it's spiritual. When the body is entrusted to blessed earth, the spirit receives a sort of continuous blessing that facilitates its peaceful detachment from the earthly world. It's as if the earth itself prays for the departed spirit." The Astolfi family from Florence experienced this discovery directly. They'd already planned their dying mother's cremation when they discovered these teachings Pope Leo XIV has brought to light. They immediately changed their decision and chose traditional burial. The son testifies that the night after the funeral, he dreamed of his mother thanking him for protecting her soul with that loving choice. What Pope Leo XIV understood studying Saint Faustina is that every decision we make about death is an act of love or unconsciousness. When we choose traditional burial, we're literally protecting our loved one's spirit from unnecessary suffering in the afterlife. But don't leave now, because in just a moment, I'll show you the exact method Pope Leo XIV rediscovered to help souls already cremated. But the most consoling thing, Pope Leo XIV discovered in Saint Faustina's writings is that even for spirits already cremated, spiritual remedies exist. Specific prayers, Eucharistic celebrations of offering, and acts of mercy that can relieve their torment and accelerate their journey toward eternal peace. If you feel Jesus is speaking to you through this discovery from Pope Leo XIV, if something in your heart is vibrating as you hear these words, like this right now, don't wait even one more second and write in the comments, Pope Leo XIV, enlighten me. Because you need to know you're ready for the complete truth that comes next. The perfect moment is now. And here's the most important revelation you need to know. What Pope Leo XIV has brought to light, studying Saint Faustina about how families can protect their loved ones' spirits and what to do if they've already chosen cremation without knowing these spiritual truths. Pope Leo XIV emphasized that Jesus revealed to Saint Faustina that the most painful thing for a cremated spirit is feeling that the family doesn't understand its suffering. The spirit desperately tries to communicate its need for spiritual help, but often ordinary prayers aren't enough to relieve this specific type of pain. But listen carefully. Not all is lost for spirits already cremated. Pope Leo XIV rediscovered in Saint Faustina's writings an incredibly powerful method to help these spirits and drastically reduce their suffering in the afterlife. A method very few Catholics know about, but which is incredibly effective. Here's the method Pope Leo XIV brought to light, studying how Jesus taught Saint Faustina to help cremated spirits. First step. In the first 9 days after cremation, recite the Chaplet of Divine Mercy every day at 3 o'clock. This time is crucial because it's the hour of divine mercy. Pope Leo XIV emphasized that this novena creates a direct channel of grace toward the suffering spirit. If you can't recite it exactly at 3, do it as soon as possible that same day. But the precise time has greater spiritual power. Second step. During each chaplet, add this special prayer Pope Leo XIV transcribed from Saint Faustina's writings. Merciful Jesus, through your holy wounds, relieve the torment of the spirit of, say the name, and speed up their journey toward your eternal light. Amen. Say the departed's full name with love and intention. Pope Leo XIV highlighted that this prayer acts like a spiritual balm on the wounds the fire of cremation caused to the soul. Third step. Have 3 holy masses of offerings celebrated within the first month after cremation. But not just any masses. Specifically ask that during Mass the priest pray for relief of the spirit from the spiritual consequences of cremation. This is crucial. Pope Leo XIV transcribed that Saint Faustina saw how every Mass celebrated with this specific intention frees the spirit from days of purifying suffering. If possible, personally attend these 3 Masses. Fourth step. For 30 consecutive days, do one work of mercy each day in the departed's name. It can be giving alms, visiting someone sick, consoling someone suffering. Every act of mercy becomes spiritual medicine for the cremated spirit. Pope Leo XIV discovered in Saint Faustina's writings that these earthly gestures of love transform into heavenly graces that directly relieve the spirit's torment. They don't need to be big actions. They just need to be done with sincere love and explicitly dedicated to your departed loved one. Fifth crucial step. If possible, bury the ashes in blessed earth instead of keeping them at home or scattering them. Even this late gesture can bring relief to the spirit, because it reestablishes the sacred bond with consecrated earth. Pope Leo XIV emphasized that when the ashes find rest in blessed earth, the spirit finally perceives a connection with the earthly and heavenly church. This act, even if done years later, always brings consolation to the suffering soul. Ask the priest to bless the place where the ashes are laid. Pope Leo XIV highlighted in his studies that there are grave mistakes many families make that worsen the cremated spirit situation. The first mistake is keeping the ashes at home as a decorative object. This prolongs the spirit's earthly attachment and increases its suffering. The second deadly mistake is scattering the ashes to the wind or in the sea without ecclesiastical blessing. Pope Leo XIV discovered in Saint Faustina's writings that this creates terrible spiritual confusion for the spirit that can no longer find peace anywhere. The third mistake that makes everything worse is not praying specifically for relief from cremation's consequences. Generic prayers for the departed aren't enough. The spirit needs targeted offerings for this particular type of suffering. Stay with me one more moment, because now I'll show you an incredible testimony that will make you understand how real and powerful this teaching the Holy Father rediscovered truly is. Special guidance for maximum effectiveness that Pope Leo XIV transcribed. If years have passed since the cremation, it's never too late to begin these offerings. Saint Faustina wrote that even after a long time, spirits can receive relief through these specific prayers. If you have multiple cremated family members, you can do these offerings for all of them simultaneously, but mention each name specifically during the prayers. Each spirit must feel they're individually remembered with love. Francesca from Naples applied this method. Pope Leo XIV brought to light for her mother cremated 10 years earlier. During the novena of chaplets, she started dreaming of her mother appearing more and more peaceful and luminous. At the end of 30 days, she dreamed of her mother thanking her and saying she'd finally found peace. Her husband testifies that Francesca returned to being peaceful after years of torment over that decision. The most important thing Pope Leo XIV discovered studying Saint Faustina is that God never punishes families who cremated out of ignorance. His mercy is infinite. But when we know the truth, we become responsible for acting to help our loved ones' spirits. What's even more consoling is that this method always works. It doesn't matter how long ago the cremation happened. It doesn't matter if you thought you'd made the right choice. Merciful Jesus always accepts offerings made with sincere love. Pope Leo XIV transcribed that Saint Faustina wrote in her diary that families who apply this method often receive signs of the peace the spirit has reached. Peaceful dreams, sensations of consoling presence, cessation of anxieties related to the departed. These are signs the spirit has found relief. For families who still must decide, Pope Leo XIV reports the very clear advice Saint Faustina left. Always choose traditional burial when possible. It's the greatest act of love you can do for the spirit of the one you're about to lose. If you feel called to protect your loved ones with this wisdom Pope Leo XIV has brought to light, if something in your spirit tells you this knowledge is vital for your family, write in the comments, "I protect my family," and subscribe to the channel turning on the bell. Because every week I share discoveries that can literally protect souls. But stay one more moment, because now I'll reveal which concrete signs indicate your loved one's spirit has found peace. But now that you know these methods Pope Leo XIV rediscovered, you need to know which concrete signs indicate your loved one's spirit has found peace, and how to recognize when your offerings are truly working to relieve their suffering in the afterlife. The first signs of the spirit's relief arrive already in the first days of applying the method Pope Leo XIV brought to light. Many families report feeling sudden peace in their heart, as if a spiritual weight had lifted. It's the spirit starting to receive the graces from the offerings. Within the first week of chaplets and specific prayers, consoling dreams often begin to arrive. The departed spirit appears more peaceful, sometimes surrounded by light, and communicates gratitude for the help received. These aren't random dreams, but true spiritual communications. After 2 weeks of constant offerings, families notice that the anxiety and torment related to the cremation decision start to diminish. That feeling of having done something wrong gets replaced by the certainty of concretely helping your loved one's spirit. Within the first month, when the complete cycle of 30 days of works of mercy is finished, many people experience what Pope Leo XIV transcribed from Saint Faustina's writings as the sign of liberation. A deep sensation that the spirit has found peace and no longer suffers from cremation's consequences. Antonio from Bologna testifies that after applying the method for his father cremated 5 years earlier, on the 30th day, he had an incredible dream. He saw his father in a luminous garden telling him, "My son, thank you for freeing me from that prison of fire. Now I can finally walk toward the Father's house." His wife confirms Antonio returned to being the peaceful man he was before. Maria from Palermo shared her extraordinary experience. She'd cremated her mother against the family's wishes and for years felt tormented by guilt. After discovering the method Pope Leo XIV brought to light and applying it for 40 days, she received an unmistakable sign. She found in her house, inexplicably, a fresh white rose on the nightstand where she kept her mother's photo. From that day, every anxiety disappeared. The long-term perspective of these offerings is wonderful. Spirits who receive this help not only find relief from suffering related to cremation, but often manage to accelerate their purification journey and reach eternal blessedness more quickly. Several months after complete application of the method, many families report feeling the departed's consoling presence in moments of particular difficulty. It's as if the spirit, now at peace, can intercede more effectively for their loved ones still living. 1 year after completing the offerings, numerous people testify to having received unexpected graces in their lives. Problems that seemed unsolvable find solutions. Difficult relationships get fixed. Economic blessings arrive when you least expect them. It's the spirit at peace, returning the love received. But remember one fundamental thing. This method Pope Leo XIV brought to light isn't just for those who've already cremated. It's also knowledge that can prepare you and your family for the future. Knowing these truths allows you to always make the most loving choice for the spirits of those you love. The most important thing Pope Leo XIV teaches us through studies on Saint Faustina is that love for our loved ones doesn't end with death. Through the right offerings, we can continue loving them and helping them even in the afterlife. We can transform our grief into concrete actions of salvation. If you've already started applying these teachings Pope Leo XIV brought to light, if you've experienced signs of peace in your family after discovering these methods, share your experience in the comments now. Your testimony can be the hope someone's looking for to help their own loved one's spirit. If you feel Pope Leo XIV has revealed to you a truth that can protect souls, if something in your heart tells you this knowledge is vital for every Catholic family, like this immediately. Don't think about it. Don't wait. Do it now as an act of gratitude to God for this discovery. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell, because every week I share spiritual discoveries that can literally change spirits' eternal destiny. Those who follow these teachings receive wisdom that can protect their loved ones from the afterlife. Share this video today with every family you know. This information can prevent unnecessary suffering for spirits or help those who've already cremated without knowing. Don't keep to yourself knowledge that can protect souls from the afterlife. Write in the comments, "I help my loved one's spirits," if you commit to using this wisdom to spiritually protect your family. This public commitment will attract special blessings to your life. Remember that Pope Leo XIV has brought to light a treasure of knowledge about spirits and the afterlife, studying Saint Faustina. She who conversed directly with Jesus, who received revelations about death's mysteries, who was canonized for the authenticity of her visions, has given us through the Holy Father the tools to love our loved ones even beyond the tomb. Don't let ignorance or fear prevent you from doing everything possible for the spirits of those you love. Don't let modern customs distance you from the Church's eternal wisdom. Every decision you make about death can influence a spirit for eternity. Your love for your loved ones can continue being effective even after their death. Through the right offerings, through specific prayers, through works of mercy, you can continue being an instrument of salvation for the spirits you love. Pope Leo XIV has shown you through Saint Faustina how to transform mourning into a mission of eternal salvation.